Really think that AI is a boon or a threat to the society? लोगों की job खा जाएगा.
He used to say this very strongly that anything that can be 3 दिन लगा रहा हूँ और वो चीज AI 3 मिनट में कर सकता है.
Fun that you did in college. That
I was that kind of a person who used to
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode brought to you by Broadcast MSIT. This is Seva, your host for today, and this is a very special episode for us today because we have a really exciting guest with us, one of our amazing alumni, Shivank, who is a generative AI solutions architect at Google. Welcome, Shivank. Would you like to start by telling the viewers about yourself?
Sure, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Shivank Awasthi. I'm proud alumni of MSIT. I graduated from here in 2018. I was a CSC student, and I have been in this industry for around 7 to 8 years now. Before joining Google, I was a cloud support engineer in AWS, and I have two books written under my name. So, yeah, really excited to be here on this one.
Okay, so proper overachiever. So, how would you describe your journey from college to becoming a generative AI solutions architect at Google?
I would say the journey has been pretty rewarding. When I joined this college, I was not someone who was very well versed with all the computer science fundamentals and like all the computer science basic education. A lot of people do have C++ or Python in their 11th and 12th. I was not someone of that kind. So this has been a pretty journey where I started from a very very basic and humble background, and I used to during my initial semesters, I do recall we used to code also on Turbo C++ and all those blue screens IDs, right? So we used to do that. Then eventually with Python, I mean, I'm not sure how many of you know this, but it was during while we were in the college, Python 3 came in. So there was a massive shift from Python 2 to Python 3, and it was like a major difference. So the journey has been pretty rewarding, and I would say college was nothing short of being supportive. Be it our campus placement department, I would like to special mention to Oberoi sir. He was very very supportive in all the placements. He was like standing there like a rock even till like 8 or 9 p.m. in the night, even when the campus placements were going on. So it's a huge shout out to him and to the entire campus faculty for all.
That's very impressive. But as you said about the college and that the campus was very supportive and the faculty was also very supportive. So, what is your fondest memory from college? Like something that you still cherish to this day?
So I would like to recall a specific day. I think it was New Sigma's placement drive, and I was waiting in like 06 room down there with my friend Ishtif, and we have been waiting for good 12 hours. It was a very very long and tiring day, and after that day, I could not make that placement. I did not get that offer. So there were like 7 guys who got placed during that placement drive, and I remember it very clearly. Oberoi sir came out of his room and patted my back and said, "It's okay. Don't be demotivated. It's just one company. You will have like N companies coming forward, and just keep your momentum high. Keep your motivation high. It will take you forward." So I think those lines are still with me because at that particular moment, all I needed to hear was that you are worth it. You can still achieve something. While you were waiting for 12 hours, you could not cut through, you could not go through, but you are still something. So I think that motivation sometimes is like everything that takes you very very far, and I really do like cherish those moments that I got a chance to spend with them.
Okay, so I think that's a really good lesson that even when you fail sometimes you'll somehow still end up in a good place. So is like I think you really had a good time at college. So would you say that there would be like is there any project or experience that shaped your career or made you realize like okay, this is what I want to do in life?
So I think it's not just one career or one project that basically shapes the entire trajectory of your career. It doesn't happen like that. So I think I did not decided that I'll probably end up becoming a cloud engineer, or I did not decided that I probably end up becoming a AI consultant or AI solutions architect. It all happened like seamlessly one by one, and I don't think I was the one who was architecting this. It was just happening for me. So I was just enjoying things that I was doing. So in my first semester, I was like pretty focused on the study. So I got good grades in the first semester. I was not pretty focused on like hands-on coding and stuff like that. But eventually, with second and third year, I realized that I need to create some apps, some good applications, some projects that I can basically showcase. And that when you start building things yourself, that actually gives you the confidence to present that in front of anyone. That actually gives you the confidence to speak about it in front of the interview when you are sitting for the placements. And that confidence actually is what that matters a lot, because at that moment, people do get this misconception that they are looking for someone they want to hire. No, it isn't always that. They are looking for someone with whom they can work. So they want someone who is like fun, who is having a very high energy, who is not, who is not a liability but an asset, who can like bring value to the table. So if you are someone who actually brings value to the table, there's nobody in this world who can stop you from getting hired. So always, you should always keep that in mind. And I think that kind of thinking is what sets the difference between someone who is able to make something out of it, or and someone who doesn't make it. Yeah, so basically your personality also matters out there. So as you said, you're a generative AI architect. So like a lot of our viewers might not know what it is. So can you explain it to us in simpler terms and what really makes it so special? Sure. So, like these days, there's a whole wave and whole buzz going around generative AI, but it is just to basically create and basically help you in creating and creative thinking and ideology. So, let's say you want to write something and you want to you don't want to think a lot about it. You can simply go ahead to any generative AI solution, any LLM, give a prompt there that I want to write a solution like this. So basically, it does the embedding wrappings, and it basically takes the text, one piece of character, and does the vector embedding. Like architecturally, what happens, I'm telling that. So it basically goes ahead and identifies what is the next word, and that's how it basically generates the entire text or image or video. Nowadays, it has been pretty advanced, so you will see a lot of YouTube videos coming out which are purely AI created. Recently, Google partnered with T Series, where they have actually recreated the song "Kya Mujhe Pyar Hai" using VO3, which is a completely AI solution. So there are a lot of things going on in this space, and I think it's the perfect time if somebody wants to enter the space. I think it's the perfect time that they can do it. Do you really think that AI is a boon or a threat to the society? Would you like to elaborate on that? Yeah, I mean, I am a strong believer of the fact that any technology can be used in any possible way. But given the current state of AI, I think it's definitely a boon to the society. There have been a lot of research papers recently out from Google and from other scholars also, where cancer treatment, some sort of cancers which were not even detectable some years ago, are now detectable only because of AI. So I think there was a recent story where a doctor was looking at a CT, X-ray image, and doctor ने पूरा दिमाग लगाया. Doctor had actually 20 years of experience. He was not able to identify. But AI को when the same image was uploaded, it was able to identify in a few seconds that this is a problematic thing and this is something that has to be treated, and it went viral. So I mean, it's definitely a boon to the society. It basically gives you an additional edge. It gives you an additional ability to do things much faster from the way you were doing things. Recently, vibe coding is very, very popular, right? Everybody vibe codes. So, like the things which we used to take around months to deliver, months to basically develop and create, now those are getting created in weeks and days for that one. So all thanks to AI, it is basically helping, and so I would strongly suggest it's a boon. So there's this very popular statement around the internet that AI लोगों की job खा जाएगा या AI लोगों का engineers की job खा जाएगा basically. So do you think what markets or segments do you think would be disrupted the most by AI in the next 5 years? So I think it is pretty clear. I mean, any redundant work, anything that can be automated, right? That always is at the risk of getting automated. And मेरे एक बहुत manager थे in my previous organization. He used to say this very strongly, that anything that can be automated should be automated. And it's a I think I would agree to that saying, because अगर कोई चीज मैं करने में 3 दिन लगा रहा हूँ और वो चीज AI 3 मिनट में कर सकता है, then why shouldn't it happen, right? So I think it can definitely come to that space where it can basically repeat things. So for all the viewers who are like currently studying or like looking for jobs, I would strongly suggest make yourself strong in fields which are related to AI. For example, discrete mathematics. Learn that very religiously. It would definitely take you very far. Learn machine learning concepts very religiously. That is basically the foundations of AI. In my opinion, going forward, there would be a huge surge in requirement of people who can actually understand AI, who can like maintain AI, who can basically develop AI. Right? So if you are someone who is like looking for traditional jobs or things that are like very simplistic, those will be out of market for sure in some time. So although there would be jobs which would be getting eliminated because of this, there would be a huge surge of jobs which would be created out of it. So, I mean, it's a trade-off that we need.
Yeah, so for our viewers who might not know much about AI and they want to learn after watching this podcast or might be motivated to learn.
Yeah.
So from how do you go from an absolute beginner and a layman to actually becoming a AI developer also?
That's a very good question. And I think there are like couple of ways that you can do this. If you are someone who does not know like any who does not have basically any understanding of AI and you are like already in college and you are like a computer science or similar field of stream, right? So in that case, you can basically go ahead and start with the basics. You can start learning the NLP principles, the machine learning principles, AI principles. Those will basically help you a lot. If you're someone who are like already into the market and you are like early into your career, just 1 or 2 years, there's a new certification that has been launched by Google that's called Google Generative AI Leader Certification. So that certification is for someone who is like pretty new into the AI stream and they just want to learn more about the generative AI technology stack that has been created by Google. So that covers your Gemini and your Imagen, your VO, all those basic stuff. And that also gives you a validation because it's certified that you are a certified engineer. You have the necessary expertise. So I've written a book around preparation for Google's Generative AI Leader certification. That book is available on Amazon. So that's a complete end-to-end study guide for someone who is preparing for such certification. So feel free to buy that and
Could you please tell us the title of that book?
yeah, it's called Google Certified Generative AI Leader Certification Guide. I can also share the link so that we can attach it, and that would be a good thing to good starting point to begin your preparation.
Okay, so as you mentioned the certification, so are there also other things like an internship or something of that sorts, like somebody should do to get into AI or maybe work at Google? So what are those some things that are really important?
So I think you need to have a very very strong foundation of the concepts that you are that you have. So your data structure concepts, your algorithm concepts, your basically the way you present yourself, presentation skills, your project management skills, all of these matter. And basically, Google basically works on a very strong principle that we hire someone who is like better than us. So we don't hire someone who is like at our level. So when we say no, that's a paradox. People say that you can't be better than someone who's already working there. No, it isn't about the technology. It's just about the approach or the way you think about a problem. So that is what matters. And for anyone who's like currently in college, I would strongly suggest focus on a lot of problem solving and hone your problem solving skills in such a way that you are able to handle or approach any problem that is thrown at you. It shouldn't be you can't like basically solve every problem. You can't code every problem, but if you even have an approach that basically can solve that problem correctly, that will basically take you very well.
Okay, so अभी तक तो बहुत ज़्यादा informative हो गया, but a lot of our viewers are students.
Yeah.
So would you tell us some of the like one of your day at college that you would want to relive or something of that sort, something fun that you did in college that.
I was not that very fun-loving kind of a person in college. मैं थोड़ा bookworm type का आदमी था. So my typical day used to be like I used to be in college by 8 o'clock because our classes used to start at 8. I had good attendance, so I was that kind of a person who used to get hated by the entire class क्योंकि मैं मास बंक खराब करता था. तो viewers might not like it, but ठीक है अभी जो है वो है.
अभी आपके बैचमेट्स कमेंट करेंगे.
हाँ, right, right. So I was that kind of a person. Baki, I had good memories in college. I used to spend some time in canteen with my friends like Ishti and other folks there. And yeah, I mean we used to had events back then. So I'm not sure of the scale now, but back then it used to be pretty good scale. So we used to host that event called Robo Wars. So we used to do that. Yes. So usme we used to set up the entire arena. We used to get that arena built up, then maintaining everything, organizing everything. Those were like good fun days.
So, like, how was it developing? As you mentioned, the Robo Wars. So, how was it developing those robots and making them?
So I was actually part of the organizing team 1 year, and for 1 year I was actually also on the participating team. So it was a good experience because there you get the opportunity to combine your hardware and software skills. You basically get to do the embedding programming and things like that. So it was a good learning.
Thank you so much, Shivank, for this episode. It was really fun to have you here, and I hope we can see you again now
No, no,
sometime.
absolutely. Thank you for inviting me. It was great. Thank you.